Malanda dairy farmers Keith and Andrew Walmsley have partnered with the Australian Government Reef Program to purchase a manure spreader to ensure that their effluent is put to good use on their farm and that it doesn't enter local waterways.
Well, yeah, we had looked at this for years actually, getting something to pick up the cow manure around the place. It's not only off the feed pad but also in the lanes and close areas around the dairy where it needs at times in the wet weather, raking up and spreading out somewhere, otherwise too much muck underfoot, mainly mastitis and things like that, keep things clean. Well, one of the main benefits I see is we're not hosing the feedlot down like we used to. Just hose it down, all goes down to the effluent pond and stays there, and we're picking the manure up now in the yard, stockpiling it and then putting it out with the muck wagon, I think the benefit is that it's not filling up the effluent ponds like it is. They continually need pumping out, and there certainly will be a benefit, as far as spreading the manure around and getting it over a wider area and putting it on paddocks where you can never put it from an effluent pond except if you have a tank or something, where you suck it up and take it away to a paddock, but just pumping out with a pump, you're only limited to an area around your effluent pond, aren't you?
So a project like this is a good project for the Reef Program because it's a sustainable reuse of an existing kind of farm nutrient source. So on this farm in particular, they've got a feed pad out the back, and they've got generates quite a lot of manure. So the manure spreader gives them the ability to kind of reuse that over their cropping lands for productive gains. And then for the environment, the stockpiles of manure kind of indicate a potential risk if there's some adverse weather conditions, that kind of nutrient loads in those can disappear from the farm. So giving the farmer the ability to manage and use those nutrients over the farm reduces the stockpiles and reduces the risk.
I think it'd be pretty good because we'll be able to just use the manure we're already getting anyway and sort of put it in effluent ponds and stockpiling off the feed pad. Just be able to put it on the paddocks, and over time I imagine putting it in certain areas it'll build up the nutrients in the soil a lot better. Yeah.
And on their farm, I've done some soil testing here, and due to their continuous cropping, their organic carbon levels were getting a little bit low. So the manures that they'll be able to spread over their cropping lands now will kind of help increase their carbon levels in the soil.